Welcome to Interview Hub. Here in this video, we cover the top 25 Python interview question and answer. Let's start. Q1. What is Python? As you have probably expected, this is one of the very first Python interview questions that you're bound to get asked. Your employers are probably going to expect a concise and thorough answer, so let's provide them with one. Python is a portable, high-level programming language that has inbuilt automatic memory management, threads, and strings, and is object-based. It is loved for its simplicity and built-in data structure. The fact that Python is open source also contributes to its fame. Q2. Why is Python better than Java? Some of your Python interview questions might involve comparisons with other programming languages. These can be random, but Java seems like the most common one that employers ask. In short, Python, when compared with Java, is easier to use and has much better coding speeds. Also, when it comes to data, Java is statically typed, while Python offers dynamic typing. This is considered to be a huge advancement. Q3. How many data types are there in Python? In one of the more common interview questions on Python, you might get asked to either say the number or name them. Python has 5 different data types. 1. String. 2. List. 3. Number. 4. Dictionary. 5. Tuple. Q4. What is pickling and unpickling? Pickling happens when a module within Python is accepted and converted into a string module, and then later dumped into the file. As opposed to that, unpickling is when you retrieve the string module from the file. For such comparison-based Python interview questions, try to keep your explanations as simple as possible. Your potential employers will probably appreciate that you can explain tough topics in a simple-to-understand manner. Q5. What is Lambda? This one's pretty straightforward. To put it simply, Lambda is an anonymously performed function with just one single expression. Q6. How is memory managed within Python? Python's private heap space is responsible for memory management. It is only accessible by an interpreter. If you're a Python programmer, you won't be able to reach it. The language also has an inbuilt recycler that is responsible for creating more free heap space. This is done by recycling unused memory. Q7. What is parse? Parse simply indicates a space that should be left blank within the compound statement. Q8. Can you copy an object in Python? Even though it sounds like one of the basic Python interview questions, you would probably be surprised how many people manage to stumble with it. Yes, you can copy objects in Python, but not all of them. The most general and well-known way to do it is to use the copy command. Q9. How to delete a file in Python? To delete something in Python, use the command os. Remove name underscore of underscore the underscore file. Q10. What is a dictionary? A dictionary is an inbuilt data type. Dictionaries are comprised of keys and the key corresponding values. Here is an example where it print car, that is Hyundai, then I-20 and then year as 2010. Q11. How is tuple and a list different? The main difference is that lists are slower, but they can be edited, while tuples work faster, but cannot be modified. Q12. What is a dictionary? A dictionary is an inbuilt data type. Dictionaries are comprised of keys and the key corresponding values. Q13. Is Python an interpreted language? Again, one of the most commonly asked Python coding interview questions. You should keep this in mind. Yes, Python is an interpreted programming language. What does this mean? It's a three-way process. You write the source code, Python converts it into an intermediate language for easier understanding, and then it's yet again changed into machine codes that are then executed. Q14. How is Python object-oriented? Object-oriented programming languages, OOPs, are based on classes and objects of those classes. Python exactly follows the same principle. More so, Python possesses the features that are credited to OOPs: inheritance, polymorphism, etc. Q15. What is slicing? In Python, slicing is when you select multiple items from places like lists, strings, and so on. Q16. Is there a difference between range and xrange? Yes, albeit it might not be noticeable at first. In terms of functionality and the tasks they perform, both commands are nearly identical. The key difference, however, is that range, when used, brings back a list object, while xrange returns an xrange object. Q17. What is the dogpile effect? This is one of the Python interview questions that might be tricky to memorize at first, so do give it a few good tries. A dogpile effect happens when a website's cache expires, yet it is hit by many different requests from the user. This can cause many different problems, from lag spikes to complete crashes. A system called semaphore lock is used to prevent dogpiles from happening. Q18. What is encapsulation in Python? Encapsulation is one of the features that Python has because it's an object-oriented programming language. Encapsulation is a process of grouping related data members into one single place. Along with the member, encapsulation returns its functions, too. Q19. When does abnormal termination happen? First of all, it should be said abnormal termination is bad. You don't want it to happen in your coding experience, although it's almost unavoidable at one point or another, especially when you're a beginner programmer. Abnormal termination is a crash of your program in the middle of its execution, while the main tasks are still running. This is usually caused by faulty code or some software issues. Q20. Does Python have a compiler? This is one of the tougher Python interview questions, mostly because not many people pay attention to it. Python indeed does have its compiler, but it's rather easy to miss. This is because it works automatically, you don't notice it. Q21. What is monkey patching? Monkey patching refers to modifications that you would make to the code when it's already running. Q22. What is a decorator? Decorators are used to insert new and fresh pieces of code into an already existing class or function. With the help of decorators, you can make these codes run before or after the original one. Q23. What do the functions help and dir do? Both of these functions can be accessed from the Python interpreter. They are used to view consolidated dumps from inbuilt functions. The help method shows you the documentation string, while the dir method displays the defined symbols. Q24. What are the sum, subin, and split methods? A module called re lets you modify your strings in Python. There are three methods of how you can do this. Sub finds specific strings and replaces them. Subin, same as the sub, but also return the new strings with the exact number of replacements. Split splits a specific string into a list. This is a very general overview of the three re methods of string modifications within Python. It is advisable to do more research on this topic before your job interview. These strings are usually a part of very popular Python interview questions that potential employers ask their job nominees. Q25. What do the processes of compiling and linking do? Compiling lets you compile new extensions within your code without any errors. After that, linking can be a fluid process. A successful compilation smoothens out linking and eliminates any possible issues throughout the process. Thank you for watching.